Kia I'm Rohit Kandan, and today I will be presenting about autonomous AI screening for diabetic retinopathy with EyeArt, a clinical overview for primary care teams. Diabetic retinopathy or DR is the leading cause of preventable blindness, especially in working age adults. In the US in 2021, an estimated 9.6 million people had DR and about 1.84 million people had vision threatening DR. Despite guidelines, screening gaps still persist, and that's a primary care opportunity. Same visit screening where patients already receive diabetes care. This is how DR shows up on the retina. It shows up as four things such as microaneurysms, which are tiny red dots, hemorrhages, which are large blots or streaks, and hard exudates, which are well-defined yellow deposits, and soft exudates, which are pale fluffy patches, often caused by reduced blood flow to the nerve fiber layer. These visible signs reflect chronic vascular damage from diabetes. So these are the different stages of DR grading. No DR means that the retina looks normal, and mild NPDR usually comes with a bit of microaneurysms, and moderate NPDR usually means more hemorrhages and exudates, and severe NPDR usually means that hemorrhages or microaneurysms in all the four quadrants, or venous bleeding in more than two quadrants. And proliferative DR or PDR means that new blood vessels or retina and also possible bleeding. On an additional info, a separate risk called DME, also known as macular swelling, can happen at any stage and threatens the central vision. Because diabetic retinopathy progresses through many stages, an accurate image classification model is valuable for turning the input eye photos into actionable categories. With EyeArt, that decision is per eye more than mild DR or vision threatening DR grading. So this is the general idea. First, we take two input eye photos in high quality and then pass it to an AI model. One of the best image classification models in current era would be convolution neural networks, which is trained on a large data set of images. And finally, we produce diagnosis or result. IR achieved high sensitivity while keeping strong specificity, and over 97% of the eyes were gradable, usually without dilation, which is represented by non-mydriatic encounters. Practically, that means fewer missed cases and the same visit result for most patients. So we will be discussing about an autonomous AI-DR screening system called EyeArt, which is FDA cleared and is used for primary care settings. And it has also analyzed millions of images globally and is designed for sub-minute results, has high gradability, and can easily fit into the existing operational pathways. Usually in teleophthalmology, human readers often report DR as positive, negative, or ungradable, but IART goes even more granular by detecting more than mild DR and vision-threatening DR, and also flagging for detected, undetected, or ungradable. So these are the participating stakeholders. We have patient and a trained operator who captures the images. The primary care provider confirms the diagnosis and treatments. The IT-EHR team is responsible for integration. The input will be two photos per eye, which is disc and macula centered, and will be captured on an approved camera, for example, Canon CR2AF. And the output is per eye more than mild DR or vision threatening DR decision, and a readily available on screen and exportable PDF report. Here we see two visual overviews of the IR-based DR screening process. The first diagram denotes a mind map outlining 6 key domains involved from start to finish. In the input and quality, we cover the camera types, image quality, and gradability. The staging process covers the clinical severity scale from no DR to PDR and DME. Lesions cover the visible signs in retina such as microaneurysms, hemorrhages, and the different types of exudates. The AI analysis engine is powered by convolution neural networks, followed by high sensitivity reports. In the outputs and actions, we cover the components returned by the system, such as MTMDR, VTDR, and referrals. The entire system will follow interoperability standards such as FHIR, Snowman CT, and PACS. In the last domain, monitoring and governance, we cover the performance metrics, equity, accountability, and transparency, along with privacy and security. The second diagram shows a high-level IR architecture. Images are captured by a trained operator and sent via the IR client from the local clinic to the IR server. The EyeArt server invokes the EyeArt analysis computation engine, which classifies the images and detects the DR severity. The results are returned back securely to the EyeArt server, which is then passed on to the EyeArt client as a PDF report. Simultaneously, from the EyeArt server, we push the details back to the integration engine, which is then returned back to the EHR and PARCS database, which follows the FHIR and DICOM standards. The IR client runs locally in the clinic. It connects to the fundus camera, performs a quality check which automatically flags poor image quality or misalignment. The IR server acts as a secure intermediary and receives the images, stores them, and exposes a REST API to connect with the computation engine. The analysis computation engine is where the real intelligence happens. It can use an ensemble of convolution neural networks combined with the classical image analysis techniques that includes image enhancement, such as improving the retinal features, region of interest identification to focus on key areas such as macula or optic disc, and descriptor computation, which extracts meaningful features. This is a sample report sheet which shows two cases, one for no DR and another one where DR is detected. Each report includes patient details and a clear color-coded summary, green for no risk and red for risk, and per eye detail for more than mild DR and vision-threatening DR. So interoperability simply means that different health systems and tools being able to talk to each other and understand the data they exchange. This is really important in AI-driven healthcare because it's not just about getting a result from an algorithm, but making sure that the result fits into the patient's full medical record so that the doctors can act on it in the future. In IAT's case, we use several standards to make this work smoothly. For example, in the first point, we see SNOMED CD, which helps encode the AI results such as more than mild DR, vision threatening DR, DME, so that they are stored with precise, consistent meaning in the EHR. Next, the FHIR, which is a modern health data standard, lets us send results like the diagnostic report or any flagged condition straight to the EHR system, including any necessary referrals. And the DICOM, originally built from the medical imaging, helps store the actual input eye images, which are known as fundus photos, and securely link them in the EHR for future audit, review, or clinical follow-up. EyeArt improves access by giving same visit results, helping more patients complete their screening. This can be tracked using the screening completion rates and referral to visit time. These are the KPIs for access to adherence. It also offers strong safety at the point of care. With high sensitivity and over 97% gradability, the risks of missed cases is low and most results are delivered without needing any dilation. The KPIs here include sensitivity, specificity, and gradability rates. Operationally, IART fits well into existing workflows. It provides standardized per eye results and integrates with the EHR for easier tracking and auditing. We can measure the success here through report write-back rates and referral conversion percentages. So IART isn't perfect, and as in many AI systems, false positives can lead to unnecessary referrals, and false negatives may delay care. Ungradable images, often occurring from cataracts or poor alignment, needs retakes. Its performance can vary, so generalizability across devices and populations must be monitored. Also, it does not detect conditions like glaucoma, so the full eye exams are essential. When using AI in healthcare, we must clearly state what the tool can do and what the tool cannot do. For example, IR doesn't detect any other eye diseases like glaucoma. So that's transparency. Clear role definitions, including who captures the images, who reviews the results, helps ensure accountability backed by audit logs. We track performance across subgroups like age, ethnicity, and camera type to promote equity. Privacy and security is maintained with HAPAA aligned practices and role based access. And finally, for safety of model updates, we follow the FDA's predetermined change control plan. Thank you for listening to my presentation.